Oh, sir.
Yeah, aba, abadi, abada, I get it, I gotta beat, they gotta do, this is me, cause I ain't got no energy, it is tired, it is me, I am tired, it's inside me, I need to sleep, but I gotta work, and I gotta get it, and I gotta do it, I also have to talk over this song, otherwise I can't use it. So if there's words and there's underbed, and there's music as an underbed, then music is cool, you can get away with it. But if you don't talk over it, that shit getting taken down. But that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Oh no, it's not okay. I do need to turn it off. 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 Turn it off. Rest in peace, possible. I went to Jamaica, and I won't tell you where I went because what happens in this awesome place in Jamaica stays at this awesome place in Jamaica. But I got the nickname Pop Smoke. And I was like, no, don't call me that. It's weird. It's just like, don't do that. So I took the pop off and I continued on with my vacation as the great Canadian. With the fire blazing. Oh, baby, day 30. Yes. I gotta manufacture a little bit of this juice. I gotta do it, but I got it today. It's okay. I'm gonna just stir the pot and whip it up and get it going, and then I should cruise a bit more. Catch me at minute 6. I'll feel a bit more like myself. Day 30. Yes. MiSuNDERStoOd 2, Terrence Taylor. This is Terrence Talks Too Much, international speaking and coaching. Day Steph Curry, 4:40, 4:37 p.m. We're here. Yeah. Oh, my eyes feel like rest. Action. There's no rest right now. I got 30 minutes in me. That's easy. That's an easy peasy. Oh, first of all, my apologies to the Golden Bakery. I said that the Golden Bakery was Turkish yesterday. That was absolutely incorrect. They're Lebanese and they're delicious. So be mindful of the things that you say. I've been doing a tremendous amount of editing. I'll tell you about it soon. But yeah, in my playback, I'm seeing a lot of things saying little words that don't even, maybe the word is as and I say is because I'm speaking too fast, or not necessarily fact checking the geographical location of the delicious place that I'm highlighting. So these are just little things in the review of self that have come about. But I think I'm gonna do some Golden Bakery this week. So yay for me, yay to me. Hi, Terrence Taylor, MiSuNDERStoOd 2, 30th day. We're here. I have a moderate level of energy and excitement today. It's 4:40. I'm just not, this is just not my usual feels of the day. But I'm here and I'm going to talk to you about two things. I got deuce lady on my topics: developing a target market and adventuring to new places to start your new business. I got one on the list, adding a second. I've mentioned it a few times. We're going to have a miniature splash. But before we do any of that, grab the broom. I told you about my editing. I'm going to tell you about some more of it in housekeeping. Man. This back shit is not fun. It still hurts. I really chugged through today. I told you about edit, break, record, edit. That was my tackle on 3 episodes in a day. Advantageous. So yesterday I only had it in me to do 2. Sitting at that chair, I couldn't do it. Today I said, you know what? I'm going to try to do 2 episodes first. Yesterday I did 1 and then recorded and then 1 after. Today I said, let me just tackle these right off the rip of the day and see if I can get 2 done. And then maybe by the time I record, it'll be a decent enough time where I could stay in a flow and keep editing after this. If you're asking me my thoughts on that right now, I don't know. No. I will tell you more tomorrow. But as of now, yeah, dude, my toast is back. My toast is back and my back is toast. So I need to go do something other than sit in that chair. So I'm gonna try my best. I'll see how I feel and we will go from there. I know you see a difference. I know you feel me a little bit closer. Do I feel closer? I am closer. I've done a small adjustment to our seating arrangements because I keep looking at myself in this set. I saw so much table that felt unnecessary. And I brought it forward maybe 2.5, 3 feet. I got some stickers down here to mark my spots. But yeah, I pushed it forward. And then I pulled the chair forward. And I had to adjust that camera. 4 stayed in the same spot. And these 2 cameras actually didn't move. I just had to maybe adjust the tilt on the top one. But everything pretty much stayed the same. And we'll see. There was just a bit more, too much dead space on the front end that I didn't like. And I don't even know how or why I didn't notice it. It feels incredibly obvious now, and it's better because you can see more of the desk and the things on the desk are closer. So I like it. That looks way better. So obvious. And I like this a bit more, this camera off the side. I'm getting a bit more contrast and dark and gritty personality. I like it. It's good. It's good. I'm at minute 8. See, I told you. I'm catching my flowski. That's housekeeping for today. Bop. BD beat bop. I won't record in the afternoon anymore, I promise. This 2 edit before recording, that's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. This is really the beauty of all of this troubleshooting. I also think that I'm going to end up having to do more than 38 episodes before I get to a point of feeling like I have what I need. That conclusion is safe to be shared. This is not in housekeeping or in topics. This is just off the top of the dome. If I stop at 38, I was thinking about this today, to stop at 38, which is an odd number, doesn't matter, but okay, cool, I stopped there. That means I got to go through all of that, piece all of that together. And what I know will happen is there's going to be something that I'm going to want to add, or something I might want to elaborate on or come back to, or I didn't say that the greatest. Let me try. Like, there's going to be a thing that I said that now that I see that I said it, I want to say something else. I'm going to have this mountain of creative options and I have to piece that story together. which is going to be absurd. But I do know, and this is not a less is more type deal. It's there's holes that I know I'll need to fill in order for the cohesion of this to be what it needs to be. So, and the other part is, like I said yesterday, like I don't even have a feeling about the number of these anymore. Like I know I got to do something and put it out. So cool. I said 38. If it takes 50, then who cares? I'm going to be recording anyway, and it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to keep talking about what I'm doing. And it's just, this is just the beginning. If there's anything I've realized at day 30, it's that. This is just the fucking beginning, man. This is just the start. This 30 days, after about day 8, 9, it was like, all right, cool. And now it feels like, all right, this is part of it. Telling you, yo, to set up, shoot for the moon. If you miss your aim, you land in the stars. Whatever, like it doesn't. I would rather try to edit 3 episodes, and then if I don't and I get 2, then cool. Versus saying let me do 2 and then find a. It's just. I'm just committed to it, so it doesn't matter. Like there's no number of it doesn't matter. Like the number really is only to signify some sort of timeout, rest period, temporary finish line. It's really, this is just the beginning. So, proud of myself. Taking this moment to acknowledge that. I'm proud of myself. It's 30 days. It's a big deal. I should put some celebratory sound effects under this so that excitement feels more excitable. Because it is worth celebrating. I'm gonna downplay the milestones because that's just what I do. Because I know how much more there is, so it doesn't matter. But it does. Celebrate your wins. Celebrate your small wins. 30 days is a big deal. Don't forget to pat yourself on the back. Treat yourself to some golden bakery. Whatever makes your soul feel that it gets what it deserves. Yeah, we gotta do that. We gotta celebrate more. So not too much though. Not too much because it's just the beginning. All right, so that was my pew pew off to the side chat. Developing target markets and moving to new places to start your business. Where should we begin? I'll start with developing target market because that ties into the editing and all that's happening within in and around that. To the point I just made earlier about seeing something, wanting to add on to something else, building off of that, completing the thought. Because I noticed that too. Like sometimes I'm saying something and I got to do a better job of clearly articulating all of the important facts that are meaty to the story. Like I mentioned Kiki yesterday, but didn't actually mention that Kiki's a music video producer and has been creating music videos for over a decade. I just spoke about Kiki like Kiki could just show up and do. It was so vague, not really helpful if you don't know who Kiki is. So, but as I'm going through and reviewing what I'm doing and saying and the things that I like, and listened to something yesterday where, I said a word, I said a P, doing something leads to positivity. And as I said that, I was like, oh, I wish I would have said leads to positivity and productivity. 1, they sounded great together, but 2, it was like there's another part of this thought that I could complete with another word. It's an alliteration. It just looks and sounds and feels cool. It's fun to say. And I realized that, and this has happened a few times too, where I'll say something like, oh, guys, you killing that shit, bro. That's a bar. And I think about my speaking presentations and the different types of ways I will command a crowd, create a speaking experience, on stage coaching, performance, and what are some of the messages, the key features and elements and like highlights of the government hates rap. Chris Rock is a legend for the way he's able to kind of repeat these phrases that segment off his the bits and in the compartments of his stand-up routine. And I always remember that, like he'd make a point and then he'd come back to it. The government hates rap. He'd move on to say another different thing, but within, and then come back to government hates rap. So like by the end of it, you're like, oh, okay, I get it. And we're here like in this chapter, and then transition off to a little joke and yada, yada. And then you find another one. So I was seeing how, I tell you, it's like studying how the one person stage performance, one microphone, no props, delivery. Steve Harvey said you got to have a house laugh where 80% of the people in the room laugh. That got to happen 12 to 15 seconds. Something wild like that. Like that's what a comedian has to do. A great comedian has to be able to do. Like, so to think about how many moments within 30 minutes, 60 minutes, like you got to have something to get people, oh, okay, like what's the science of stand-up comedy? What's the science of speaking presentations? What's the science of coaching? The science of podcasting? The science of presentations? Like what is, and then building what that is. So reviewing these in the playback and seeing like, oh, I'm gonna take that and I could use that in this. I keep referencing transferable skills. Like that's a concept I've had for so long. And all right, as an athlete, we are great because we put our minds to certain challenges, physical, mental, emotional. There's crowds. There's so much happening within sports that forces a person to have to really take that experience and apply it in real life. Like I've played basketball in front of 15,000 people before, like that. There's something that I'm going to carry over into speaking on stage in front of 1,000 people. Like there's, how do you command a stage? How do you perform best when the lights are brightest? How do you prepare yourself for that moment? Like all of this is, how did you train? How did you stretch before you trained? Like watching tape, watching film on what you did, watching tape, like so many parallels to being successful in the professional world and being successful in the athletic world. So yeah, I see how even this has practice to, again, like this show is created, and all of these shows, all of this content is created to sell speaking services. And if what I'm able to do is the way a comedian goes on stage, goes on the road, tries their jokes, figure out what works, get back on stage, try it again, take notes, make a change, get back on stage, try it again. Like this is the greatest practice for being able to figure out how to deliver impactful speaking presentations across the world. International speaking and coaching. No, global word sharing and supporting. Talks too much. Yeah, you have to talk too motherfucking much for you to figure out what it is you actually need to say. This ain't just magic. This is not, oh yeah, I get creative. I do a couple things. Get my mind in this place, and then all the shit just flows out. Like, or you just come down and you do it day after day after day after day after day after day, and you study over and over and over and over and over and over again. Like, and this is also with nearly a decade experience of doing this. Like, nah, bro, the great people, they spend, in a lot of cases, they dedicate their whole lives to figuring out how to be great at the thing that they're doing. Like, I just started and I have my little bit of expertise, and that's cool. But at any moment I could say, yo, I've done so much. And in the same moment, I could say, I ain't done a motherfucking thing. And in this next phase, I am a baby. Crawling, shitty diaper, wah, wah. So I got to study, I got to work, I got to do it again and again and again. So as I'm figuring out what I'm saying and what I like and what I'm talking about and what's important, in this moment, I think, well, before I started, I thought, yo, these are the people I want to speak to. This is my target audience. These are the people who I believe are going to want to listen to what I have to say. I think they're between this age and this age. We broke that down in, millennials and Gen X. Millennials have this set of characteristics. Gen X have this set of characteristics. All right, cool. And I could see very clearly how I could build the customer profiles of what 2 or 3 millennial folks would look like and what 2 or 3 Gen X folks would look like, who would say, yo, I need to fuck with what this dude is on. That's easy to do. And that's becoming easier to do. It's just streamlining and niching it out and figuring out specifically what's what and who's who. Like, as I'm playing this back, it's like, yo, every time I make a production change, yo, really, I'm talking to other podcasters, speakers, content creators. Like, the fact that I'm sharing my production improvement as someone who is a producer and who's been creating content for other people, like somebody who's doing the same exact thing as a peer of mine is going to engage with this because I'm sharing the gems of how to do the thing. Like, I didn't think I would speak so much about the intricacies of this production, but as I go through it, it's almost like that would be silly not to do. And if you're going to talk about that in a world where people love creating content, yo, the dude who came and fixed the internet the other day was like, yo, you got a pretty dope setup. It's like, no shit, bro. But I've accumulated enough time where I can at least speak to what I'm doing in the steps and what it looks like, and to be able to create something that looks like this. Like, oh, okay, yeah, I will talk a bit more about production and what that looks like. As I'm talking about working out and the challenges I'm creating for myself, I knew that there was going to be an athletic component in how athletics and transferable skills existed within this conversation. I just didn't know specifically how or when or where or why. But I can see it. And so in real time, I'm coming up with examples and talking through what some of this very specific niche athlete perspective looks like. Yo, you know how many people I set up the LinkedIn a few days ago and just added 5-6 people and had this moment of like, oh, I know all 3 of them were black men that I knew from the basketball community. All doing, one's running for office, one's a principal of a college, and one's overseas playing pro. And you're just like, these people will listen to me. One, I've known them and they've known of me for 15 years. And I'm talking about athletics, being an athlete, but not existing in the athletic space whatsoever. And talking to people about how they can maximize what they know as athletes and transfer that to create more money, more opportunities, more wealth, more success, more whatever for themselves. Like, yeah, they're going to listen. So I'm starting to see a bit more. Yes, I know I have this idea of these people and these groups of these people and what they look like, but specifically what the presentation content looks like, I've done, I started the first one, Power of Storytelling, how it impacts yourself, your team, and your customers. And I have a rough outline of what that is. And that was easy to do because I'd been creating services and things in and around that specifically. But how this was to impact youth and how I was going to embed myself in a youth motivational speaking. I know what you've been through. I'm young enough to still connect and old enough to know a few things. All right. And I'm all of this, and I'm cool, and I'm successful, and I'm living a great life, and kids want to figure out how to do that. Like, all right, cool. Like, I got the young people. It's just about how and what that conversation actually looks like. So, we're at day 30 and I haven't really even explored that youth component of this, but I know it's there. I know it's impactful. I know it's going to be utilized. The sports element and talking to athletes and comparing athletes and corporate space and success, and that's coming together a bit more. So that's beautiful. And the power of storytelling element, like that's all of what this is. So that's really been happening each and every day. And it's cool to see just how I've built a bit more clarity around who to speak to, what to say, who exactly I will be speaking to. And I'm excited to be able to have an audience where I'm not guessing or assuming who's going to come along, where I can see here's 100 people, 1,000 people, 1,000,000 people, and be able to understand who they are, what they're about, what they like. Hey, I want to talk about this thing. What do y'all think? And be able to put that out and get back 100,000 people, 50,000 people, 10 people to go, talk about this. Oh, hey, I might want to sell these 3 things. Which one would y'all buy first? Which one would y'all spend more money on? I don't have to guess. I just give it to the people. So yeah, it's interesting to see how those who I'll be engaging with, you folks, how we reach and connect each other, and what that looks like, and specifically who you are and how you got here and why you care and why this is important and why you come back and why you spend money on it. Like that part is very cool, and I'm very excited, and that's what this editing and this continuous review process is about. So yay to that. Yay to that. Oh, cooking, boy, get your ass out the kitchen with that hot fire. Ho, 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 yeah. PEI and Calgary, the past and the future new business destinations. What do I really want to tell you about this? That's a great question, T-Dog. Well, I mentioned it yesterday, and I put it on my list from 2 days ago. And I mentioned it with the Ford Bronco cross country business pitch. And really, as someone who's lived in Nova Scotia for 20 years, understands the landscape of the people and the professional ways of being, I have, from my perspective, I have gotten and learned all that I was meant to learn in life from living here. Obviously can learn more things because that's what life is all about. But I think the pace, the volume, my capacity to learn is all going to increase with a shift and a change in location. It's going to shift my energy. It's going to shift my motor. There's too much just chill ass, get to it when I feel like getting to it energy about the East Coast in general, bro. Like, we just too cool. People here don't really care about money like that. People would rather trade and spend. It's so communal, and there's just now becoming buildings. Like our waterfront actually looks like like something you'd want to visit as a tourist only in the last year or two. Like for a major city, it just doesn't, it doesn't feel like that at all. And yeah, I just need to shake shit up, man. I need to shake it up, and I need the force that big city, money, business, opportunity. Like when people leave here, it's like, I need to go somewhere where there's more opportunity. Like that's where I'm at. Is anything I could want to do here, I could do like that. And that's a great thing. But and I say that in like the ability to get in contact with whoever. Like it's not hard to kind of reach anyone here. I could talk to the mayor by the end of the week if I wanted, like if I really wanted to. So that's great, but it also, because everyone just knows they kind of have access to everyone, nobody overly really moves with like a fierce sense of urgency. Whereas you go somewhere else, it's like, yo, I don't know anybody here. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what to do. Like I can't just rely on calling somebody who can call somebody else who can get the thing done, because I've done that. But I also know in most cases, if you call someone to call someone else, like they'll get to it. But and you being persistent is persistence, and like go-getterness here in a lot of ways is kind of looked at kind of funky. Like, why you want so much? Like, why are you trying to do the most? It's like, why not? Why are you not trying to do the most? Like, why are you chilling so much? Why are you working so hard? Well, why are you not working hard? Like, bro, what? Versus a place where, like, it's that part, like, I'm watching Ultimatum. I don't ever watch any of this shit, but watching the relationship dynamics is really interesting. There's a lady there. She's 31. She's from the States, and she has her own business. And she is with some dude who was kind of a bum. And now she connected with this dude who also just sold his business. And they have this, like, they get each other. And at first you kind of like, you're like, yo, that's too much. Like that kind of like American, we get money. And this is a person in the show, but I obviously met and interacted with people in real life like that. And it's kind of like, sometimes it's like off-putting where it's like, you doing a lot, but you also understand just how the economy works and how the country was built. It's like, yeah, that's what people are on. So here you almost kind of like get turned off to that. And I need to find a way to be around people who encourage a bit more of that. And not that they don't exist here, but there's places in this world where people encouraging you to build your business and get money, that's going to yield a hell of a lot more than it is in other places. And I believe that the 10 hours that I could contribute to building my business in a place like Calgary, and the 10 hours I could building my business, I could spend building my business, and what that would yield here in Nova Scotia, I don't feel like they're comparable. Not in the way I have to go about the groundwork. I have an internet. I've created enough where I could put something online and reach a lot of the local people here, which is why I don't feel a need to stay here, because anything I want to do here, I don't actually physically have to be here. And what I'm selling, I don't necessarily have to be physically here the way I would with video production to engage with what I'm selling to people. Hire me to speak. Yeah, cool. That's a couple hours, weekend, whatever, and in and out. But I don't physically have to be here. And if I'm about to hit the ground and be making moves and playing that game, then like, oh man, then I need to, I want to be somewhere where I show up and there's 15, 20, 30, 40 millionaires in the room and not maybe 2. It's just, I need to be surrounded by people who are really getting money. I'm not saying there's not a lot of black people in Nova Scotia making money. I'm saying there's not enough of them where it's so, where it's so obvious that it's easy to find and gravitate towards. And there's these types of people who want to help and really put people on. Like there's not enough black wealth and success and people getting money here that people really want to help other people. Like there's just not enough for one. So it's it'll be nice to go to a place that, you know, I mean, this is not even about color at this point, but it's just like to be around, to be in a room with more money and be surrounded by people who understand how to get it. And because they understand how to get it, are not holding back and trying to help you get it. That part is what I need, and I need to just go to a brand new place and start over. That's exactly what I did when I went to PI. I knew like 3 people, and I just landed and I just started. Went to the Chamber of Commerce, started there. Went to the pro team, started there. Went to the university. Those are the 3 places where I just got and was like, hey, I'm such and such. I'm doing this and that, and I'd like to figure out a way to work with y'all. Hey, I'm starting a business. I'm trying to get my name out there. Let's figure out a way to join the chamber and get cool. Oh, you're a professional team. Let's do a partnership where we supply you. Yeah, cool. Let's get this money. So do that in Calgary. Where also getting to other places. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to see where this leads. I'm excited to just finally and I'm ready to do it. I just need to have kind of my things for sale ready to be for sale. There's no sense of moving there now and having to start everything from scratch. No, let's spend a few months getting what we need in order. When I moved to PI, bro, I didn't have a plan. I just moved there and started my plan from there and had nothing. I literally I did not have a car to deliver food. No, if we have the opportunity and the knowledge and the expertise, no, our starting point is going to be very different now. Showing up with this, I have this for sale, I have this product, I have this over here, I have this over here, speaking. Yeah, here, pick something. So I'm ready. I'm excited. The more I think about it, the more I'm ready. It's just getting this shit in order, but I'm ready. I'm fucking ready, man. Yeah. A little bit change. Gonna make a whole lot of change. Oh, see, it just works. However you want to use it, it just works. However, oh man, I need to go do child's pose. That's what I have written here, child's pose. I gotta stretch, my back is nuts. It's nut butter right now, nutty butters. I gotta call him a small human back, that's what that was. I didn't want to not answer, but I also didn't, I knew to just put it over there so I didn't even hear it. But it's okay. Or put it on silent. So do anything other than leave it on the table on ring. Your child's calling you, and I gotta go do child's pose. I gotta go stretch. I gotta go take care of me. I hope you like the new setup. I'm a fan. It looks good. All is great. I'm Terrence Saylor. This is MiSuNDERStoOd 2. This is the 30th day. Officially in the 3s. We're gonna blaze through these. Get to the foes. You know the does. No. Bye.
My
daddy makes out. And his name is Terrence Taylor. And I took those pictures.